that says that he sets the lonely in families. So if you've lost family, if you've lost a child to death, which I know there are those of you out there who have, if you've lost other family members to a death or in other ways, surround yourself with those people that become your family. Good morning, everyone. I'm Destiny Dawn, and welcome to the Destiny Dawn Show. Today, we're talking about grieving during the holidays. It's that time of year again, and for those of us who have lost children, either to death or to estrangement, or anyone that you may have lost that you're grieving, the holidays are a very hard time of the year. So, how do you get through those holidays? How do you make it through? How do you make it through that sad time? Well, I want to share some things that I have done. The last 7 years or 7 Christmases, I have been spending without our daughter. We have, as a family, been spending without our daughter, who's estranged from us. And what I have done is I have been going on vacation. I didn't want to be here at home, so I needed to be away. I didn't want to be in this house where everything happened. So I've always made plans to go on vacation, and really it helped a lot. It really did. I made a point to make it happen, felt like I couldn't afford not to make it happen. So we made it happen. And it was very refreshing just to be away from home and to be in a different home, in a different environment, a beautiful home. On VRBO, you can find really good prices and be in someone else's beautiful home in a totally different area of the country. And we would always go up where it snows, and we would go skiing, and just being able to get my mind off of things, keeping your mind busy. I think that is the key to being able to survive these holidays. Just keep yourself busy and, play festive music, Christmas songs or whatever, or worship and praise music, something to get you in a good mood. And, I'd get distracted with cooking in the house and make plenty of it so that it lasts a long time. And just getting into, just getting busy with something, some kind of project, or maybe cleaning out your closet, there's just so much preparation to get ready to go on a trip, and packing everything and then making that drive, and just having so much time to enjoy being together in the vehicle and talking. And then you get there, and it's just a nice new environment, and you get to play games, and just being away from your normal environment was, I think it's very helpful. And so that's what we've done for the past 7 Christmases, and that has really helped me get through it. But this year, we're actually going to be at home for the first time. This is the 8th Christmas that we possibly won't have our daughter with us, and now our granddaughter that has just come into the world. So it is very difficult for all of us. But this year, we will be at home. And as I've been busy in the kitchen and cooking and cleaning the house, just getting myself really distracted with that work and shopping and things like that, it's really helped me to be just to stay in that frame of mind that, what I'm going to be doing after Christmas, and just making plans, continue making goals and plans. That's how I get through it. That's what's helped me, because this year I don't have the distraction of being out of town, and I am in my normal environment in my home where my daughter left, where I last saw her. Well, not technically, but where she last lived, in this home with her bedroom and everything. So it is hard. It is hard. It's hard to be here this Christmas, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it. And it does feel like a death. It feels like it's a major loss. It's a major loss to have a part of you missing. another thing that I want to touch on with that is that moms and dads don't grieve the same way. They don't grieve the same. If any of you mothers are out there and you understand what I'm saying, you can leave a comment. But mothers and fathers, men and women, they do not grieve the same way over their children. Probably not over other things either, but they don't grieve the same way over their children. And the reason why is because they're just not made the way we are. We carry that child in our body. We care for that child in a special way. It's very different. I'm trying to get my voice back. So it is. It's an emotional thing. And so another thing that I wanted to talk about is that there's a verse that says that he sets the lonely in families. So if you've lost family, if you've lost a child to death, which I know there are those of you out there who have, and if you've lost other family members to a death or in other ways, there are other people that you can surround yourself with. Not that anybody would ever replace your child or your mother, father, sister, brother, but if you don't have your family, just understand that you can have another family. There are other people that come into your lives that you can surround yourself with those family. Surround yourself with those people that become your family. So he sets the lonely in families. And I'm so thankful for that, for the friends and the family that I do have in my life, that have come into my life and have become family for me and for our family. And the other thing is, if you are in an estrangement, in an estranged relationship where you don't have your child or anyone or someone else in your life, then the verse that I read today says that, speaking of Christ, it said that he came to his own, and his own received him not. His own received him not. So if you're estranged from your child and they don't speak to you, just know you're in good company, because the same thing happened to Christ. His own received him not. So you can be comforted that, this time when your child may be off doing their own thing, we've always heard that some children have to go sow their wild oats and go do their own thing. Let them do that. Just let them do what they're doing. Let them figure it out. Because it says in the Word of God that the prodigal, he came to himself. And they have to come to themselves. They have to find themselves. They have to figure it out. All of them don't have to that extreme. But we know all of us have had to do things, to go off the path that weren't exactly what was ideal for our lives. But a lot of times these children, there are children who have to just learn they're on their own. And that is a very extreme way to completely cut off your entire family and not speak to them. It is very extreme, but extreme times call for extreme measures. So God will just have to deal with them, and he will if we will stay out of the way. And that's the hard part as parents, staying out of the way, letting God deal with them, handing it over to him. So if your child is estranged from you, the verse that I read this morning also that was very comforting to me is that it said that these trials and tribulations that you go through, these manifold trials that are heavy, they're a burden, says that it is for a season and if need be. For a season and if need be. So that means that it's temporary and necessary. That was very comforting to me this morning. It is temporary and it is necessary. So it's not for nothing. It's not forever. And if your child is passed from this life and they're no longer living, you know that the great hope that we have is that one day we will be reunited with them. And even if that, again, is only for a time, a season, temporarily, um, he says he will wipe away every tear from our eyes. And so we have that hope. And so I want to ask if you have any comments about how you get through these holiday seasons, how you make it through when you've lost someone special, someone that you love, whether they've died or some other reason they're not in your life. If you'll just share it in the comments, I think that would help all of us to be able to learn how to learn from each other, how to grieve. And as I said, for me, just getting away from my normal environment and keeping my mind busy. That is the number one thing. If you can't leave, just keep your mind busy and distracted. So at least you're gone in your mind somewhere. You have goals, and you can plan a vacation. Even just planning a vacation is a lot of fun, even if you never take one. So that's fun. Just anything to get yourself distracted. Cooking, cleaning, and enjoying the ones that are with you. That's a big thing. Enjoying the ones that are with you. The ones that are here. Sometimes we get so focused on the one that's gone that we don't enjoy the ones that are with us. That can happen. So that's one thing I want to keep in the front of my mind. Excuse me. To keep in the front of my mind is to enjoy the ones that are here, that are with you. And so I'll leave you with that today, and we'll see you next time. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next video.